Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, where we are in the Firmament to continue, well, helping lost friends with the town. Or the town district, rather. Overseer for a day. Come, do not keep me waiting. What were the recipient's responses? Both Gabriel and LSA are willing. Glad I'm here to hear it. This shall do wonders for our workers' morale. As for the Handloop, I know he's not one to make promises out of hand, but I have confidence that he will come through for us. Thanks for your kind help. I was able to personally assist Ordain and her daughter meanwhile. Having but few possessions, we were able to promptly move to the Firmament. I also managed to find a moment to pen further missives. Lest you wonder, these are addressed to the 4 high houses, my own included. Each of the houses has strengths which shall avail a project, and I would call upon their cooperation. I know not how a petition from an upstart such as I will be received, but will not do to depend entirely on you. Nay, these missives I shall deliver myself. Lord Frenzel, a moment! Oh dear, there are people who have been waiting for an audience with my lord. Mr. Wesley, it pains me to make such a request of you, but will you not consent to serve as acting overseer and speak with the workers and residents in my lord's stead? I am truly grateful now. I expect that some advice will be asked of you, but I trust you exercise your best judgment. I shall call the petitioners in turn whenever you're ready. You need but say the word. Oh, Frenzel. Are you ready to receive the petitioners, my lady? Speaking with the petitioners will take several minutes. Augibert? Ah, Francis away again? I see. That's been flat out of late, helping folk get settled. Anyway, I wanted to speak with him about a big task what's coming up. We need to bring in more hands for it. The Temple Knights might dispatch engineers. Temple Knight engineers, you say? Aye. With their knowledge and experience, I reckon they'll do nicely. I see to it we are ready to begin as soon as we get a proof. My thanks, Desiree. It appears your advice was helpful. Huh? What, Lord Francis isn't even here? What a waste of time. Now, sir, we mustn't say such thing. You know the overseer is a busy man. We are artisans from Limsa charged with imparting our techniques to the locals. Our apprentices have been making good progress, and we are minded to set them more advanced tasks, but for this we need specialized machinery they don't have in Ishgard. We want to ask the overseer if we could have it brought in, but it seems they'll wait for another time. The Jeweled Crusader can bring in what you need. Really? That's good to hear. In case you're wondering, the machinery in question is made by Naldic and Mimelis. We'll have the details for you soon, and we'll appreciate it if you could relay them to the people at the Jeweled Crusader. Ah. A Gaily kitten suddenly appears. Beg your pardon, my lady. This little critter came here amidst cargo from the Sea of Clouds. We've tried to send it its own way, but it refuses to leave. It's been lingering near the kitchen, so I suspect it's hungry. Thus far, it hasn't done any harm, but what do you suppose we should do with it? Gabrielium will be bringing food. If I didn't know better, I'd said it's understood what you said. It seems to have caught scent of something. I'll go and keep an eye on it. Hilda? Well, if it ain't Desiree, you're certainly a common sight on Firmament these days. Your friend Francis said he wanted the guards I was offering, and so I came to discuss the details with him. Seems he ain't here though, so our talk left keep. But there was something I wanted to tell you. The other day I had occasion to meet Sir Emmerich. Busy as he is, he hasn't been able to pay a proper visit to the Firmament. He knows all about your involvement though, and was saying how grateful he was to you, as Lord Speaker of the House and a private citizen both. And that's all for me. Be seeing you, Desiree. That was everyone, I believe. I thank you for assisting the people in Lord Francis said. So basically all about the letters we just sent out before. Because they were always the answer. Francis has foresight. Speaking of whom, I expect you will return anon. Shall we await him together? Desiree, you are still here? While you were absent, my lord, Mr. Desiree has been acting in your stead, attending the needs of those on site. Truly, pray forgive me. In my eagerness, it appears I have unduly burdened you with my duties. But my own task, I'm pleased to report, was not without fruit. We have received promising responses from all the high houses. Though it's largely a matter of formality, I first went to secure the support of House Helenard. I even paid a visit to House Fortams, which has been providing lodgings to visiting workers. There I was given the assurance that they will increase their capacity as the need arises. Next, I knocked upon the doors of Durandare Manor. As a house founded upon military traditions, I was informed that they had little to offer to the restoration effort. Resigned, I was about to take my leave when, by a stroke of good fortune, Lord Draconic appeared and pledged to open a school where children might learn their letters, numbers, and stars. Last but not least, I took myself to House Desmel, renowned for its architectural prowess, and they agreed to employ their expertise for the Firmament's benefit. Desiree, I understand you are acquainted with Lord Terrison, the retired Count. With his skill and passion, I doubt not, but that he will prove a great ally to our cause. Well now, pledges of cooperation from all the high houses. Not so long ago, that would have been unthinkable. It's due to the peace we now enjoy thanks to you, Mrs. Desiree. Help! Please help! Mommy, she's in trouble, please! You have to help her! Noel, keep a deep breath, child, and tell us what has happened to Orden. A scary inquisitor, he came and took Mommy away. She hasn't done anything wrong, please. You can't let him hurt her. She will find child, Desiree, and I will see to it. Now, will you show us where your mother was taken? Come, my friend, let us follow Noel. Both Lord Francis and Noel shall be better for your company. I shall remain to keep an eye on the firm meanwhile. Outside the gate. She was taken outside the gates. How many times must I tell you? We are good dragons. I demand you let us enter at once. Ordain, it's me, Master Law. Please, my love, tell them to let us pass. What? Can it truly be? What in a fury's name is happening here? Ah, Lord Frenzel, we stopped these two dragons attempting to enter the Holy See. The larger one claimed to be related to this woman, but that I bring her hither to verify the truth. If this dragon is in fact a man, it is more than likely that he is a heretic and must be punished harshly. As must his kin. Forgive me, Inquisitor, but mayhap you were absent when the Lord Speaker made his declaration. In light of a peace we have forged with dragons, those accused of heresy are to be accorded fair hearing and not punished out of hand. Be that as it may, it would not do to allow them to roam freely in the Holy See. It's liable to cause panic among the citizens. As you say, yet ere we rush to pass judgment, we should allow the man a chance to tell his tale. Marceloa, was it? I bid you speak truthfully. Have you ever taken the life of an Ishgardian citizen? No, my lord. Upon my honor, I haven't so much as laid a claw on anyone. It is true that I chose to follow Lady Ishgard. It's true that I partook of dragon blood. Whether it's because of myself or the blood, I can't say. But my transformation was long and painful. By the time I'd recovered, the war had already ended. To make matters worse, I found I couldn't revert to my original form. I took to wandering aimlessly until I chanced to encounter L2 here, who encouraged me to return home. If a man speaks true, then by our laws he has committed no crime. And you would simply believe the words of a dragon without any proof whatsoever? You didn't have any proofs of wrongdoing either. I should take these two into my care. If they should cause any trouble, I will personally accept responsibility. If you would vouch for them, Lord Frenzel, then I shall not object. But I pray that you do not come to regret your decision. Well, it appears we have a situation in hand for the time being. Forgive us, my lord. We didn't mean to involve you in our troubles. Do not mention it. I have a responsibility to the residents of the Firmament. But you and your daughter are safe is all that matters. Now we just need to decide what to do with our guests. If you have finished your bickering, you could start by showing me your city. Oh yes, I've dreamed of seeing it for a long time. I suppose there's no harm in that. And it would afford us the opportunity to discuss your situation further. Come with me then, to the Firmament. Lord Francis taught me all. In defending the defenseless, he acted as a true knight should. Full proud am I of him. It appears all are present. Good. So, Masalor L2, though you are my guest, I trust you can appreciate that your troubles are not yet over. Yours in particular, Masalor. Though you are Ishgardian as a heretic and dragon both, you place your family in an exceedingly difficult position. But ere I speak further, we should hear Ordain's thoughts on the matter. It's only because our nation has changed that I can admit this now, but I too once supported Lady Ishgard's vision. I couldn't well commit myself to a cause, though that would mean forsaking our family. But he did so anyway. He forsook us, left us to fend for ourselves, and look at him now. Worse still, he's brazen enough to show his face in Ishgard and run afoul of an inquisitor. If it weren't for my lord's intervention, we might have been executed there and then. Forgive me, but I don't know. After all that's happened, I don't know if I want to take him back. Please, give me some time to think. I just wanted to see the two of you again. You finally meet your family and all you can do is stammer and sulk. Have some stones for heaven's sake. But enough of your tedious troubles. I came here to see a city and I'm going to see one. Wait! Apologies, Desiree, but will you not go and keep an eye on L2? I've not had a chance to inform the residents and it would not do to cause panic. You have my gratitude. Now, it seems she headed into the new nest. If you hurry, you should be able to find her. Okay, all unlocked. Which is good. It seems men don't change very much as they grow. However do they become able to fly, I wonder? Oh, it's you. What is it? As I said already, I won't harm anyone. I'll have you know that my sire is Gullenbursty of a noble line of Water Tosca. And like our esteemed ancestor, I will fill the skies with beauteous songs. And though we not have met before, I know who you are. Oh yes, my sire Gullenbursty has told me much more about you. Yeah, we met him doing the Moogle Beast Tribe quests. Now you may be wondering what events led to my being here. I've been on a journey to learn the ways of men, you see? But one I met was more interested in skewing me when speaking. I might be alive if my salon hadn't come to my aid. Though our kinds are meant to be at peace again, not all men are ready to accept dragons as friends. The opposite is true too, of course. Look, I'd sooner not be caught by unfriendly men either, so perhaps I'll return with you after all. Is he still stammering and cycling? Hopeless, I tell you. It seems there was no alarm caused. My thanks for finding L2, Desiree. While you were gone, I took the opportunity to inform the residents about our guests. While all now understand the situation, whether they accept it is another question. Lord Frenzel, might we have a word? Could you wait with Mastola and L2 yonder while I speak with these good folk? We have heard that there were dragons in the firmament. It appears the rumors are true. One of them near killed me in the war, tore me open the length of my back. They say the larger one used to be a man, but the mere sight of him, it makes the scar ache unbearably. And my daughter, she was murdered by those wretched heretics. It's easy to say there's peace now, but it's not so easy to forget. I too lost a dear brother to the dragons. Believe me when I say I understand that some wounds do not heal. I will not force you to accept Master. Yet despite his appearance, he's but another Ishgardian, no different from ourselves. So I ask that you withhold your judgment for a time. That you give him a chance. If you say so, my lord, very well. Forgive me, Lord Frenzel, but it seems my presence brings only pain. Come now, there's not a single soul in the nation who hasn't known suffering. You not least of all, my friend. If you're willing, will you not share with us how you came to be a heretic? Somewhere in the tale, we might find the key to winning over the doubters. Come, Asura, tell us your tale. I used to be a craftsman, making sundry necessities on request. It wasn't much, but it was a living. For me and my family. When our home burned down, I took to repairing other people's belongings in exchange for scraps of food. But it was necessary to keep us from starving, knowing that each mouthful I earned meant less for our fellows. The unfairness of it all was too much to bear. So I cast my lot with Lady Ishgard, with dreams of making lives better for the common folk. But in the end, all I succeeded in doing was forsaking my loved ones. I would make amends to my family, if they will let me. As I am now, I am naught but a burden to them. That's the last thing I wish to be. I see. My thanks for opening your heart to us. As his father says, men tend to overthink things. Perhaps one is made to think more when one's life is fleeting? That may well be the case, my friend, but it makes our feelings no less true for it. And Master feels the keenest regret, one born of a love he bears for his family. If his fellow Ishgardians can be made to understand this... You said that you were once a craftsman. If you were to make for the people such items as they find needful, as you once did, I dare say you could express your feelings better than any words can. Express my feelings. Altered as my hands are, I know not how well I can perform the work. But very well, my lord, I will try my very best. I'm certain you will. Now as for the items you might craft, I believe you best know those things which will delight your wife and child. The question is, what may serve to please your detractors? The two men who approached, the older recently moved to the Firmament with his son's family. They arrived with naught but the shirts on their backs, and I imagine they would have need of household items, such as dining utensils. Then there's the younger fellow, the retired soldier whose scar troubles him still. You might appreciate an unguent of some description to relieve the aches. Would such items be within your abilities to prepare? I believe so, my lord. I know a place in the new nest where Master may do his work. Pray, come with me. I have no idea what men use all of this for, but it looks interesting. These stalls were built for the district residents. I've taken the liberty of securing one for Masara's use.
It seems I can make use of this space and all the equipment and materials besides.
Aye, whatever you find here is yours to use as you see fit. Now, is there aught else you might require?
Ah, Mrs. Desiree, L2. But I trouble you to obtain 2 items for me. One is a healing herb for the unguent, and the other is a dye. I would go about obtaining them myself, but I'm liable to cause panic. L2 is small enough to remain inconspicuous at least, and can fly besides.
But of course, I would be happy to help. You may leave the herbs to me.
If I may task you the dye, then. It's 2 pots of cream yellow I require. I've heard that a woman named Eloise at the Mendicant's Court deals in all manner of wares. Perhaps you can inquire with her.
Eloise. Purchase items. Brown, white, green, yellow.
Yes, this is it. I shall put it to use at once. I've already finished the utensils, and thanks to you, the presents for my family will soon be ready. Now I just need L2 to return with the herbs.
Seeing as all is proceeding apace, I believe it's time to arrange a gathering. The area atop yonder steps should serve as a venue. Fonquino, would you be so kind as to bear word to the people?
With pleasure, my lord.
Mrs. Desiree, perhaps you would like to be the one to seek out Mistress Ordain? I dare say she would be more willing to attend at your invitation. Teddy's a dragon. Oh, it's you, my lady. Is there something you need? I see. Just like him to do this. But even though he's my husband, the decision to accept the dragon? It's too much for a mere commoner such as me to bear. When I think about my daughter, when I imagine how other children might mock her, I just don't know. On a long journey, the first step is often the hardest to take. I don't know how you do it, but your words give me courage. To simply talk with you instills me with a sense of hope. And knowing that there are decent folk such as yourself and Lord Frenzel around, I feel as though all will be well in the end. Alright, we'll be there, Noelle and I. We'll hear what Master Loa has to say. Thank you, my lady.
What is it? We were told Lord Frenzel had summoned us, but you're an ordinary Ishgardian just like you. I'm also a craftsman, and with help from some friends, I've made something for each of you. It isn't much, but please accept it.
Dining utensils. Ours is a big family, so these would certainly be useful.
I hope that they will serve you well. You may struggle to believe it, but I used to be your neighbor. Before I took on this form, I made whatever it was folk needed. It is my hope that I can put my skills to use again for the people of a Firmament.
My scar flares up on cold, dry days. This unguent should take the edge of the pain. This is kind of you.
Oh, to be so young and open-minded. I know that you have done us no ill, but I can't simply forgive and forget the heretics for what they did. You have lost a great deal, and we would not diminish your suffering by asking you to change your views. Yet in spite of yourself, might you not try to see the individual before you as simply that? An individual deserving of a chance? I'm sorry. I know I'm not being fair. Come, it wouldn't do to strain yourself. If you would follow me, good sirs, I will find you some refreshments. Ordain, Noel, I have something for you two as well.
Aren't these our clothes? Let's put them on, Mummy! Let's put them on! It's exactly the same as one I lost in the fire. You remember, Daddy? You remembered how much I loved this coat and this color? You may be a dragon now, but I don't mind at all. My friend Meili said that dragons are nice. It must have been difficult to make these with those hands. It's plain that you still think of us. And yet, you abandoned us when we needed you most. You left us to face the worst of a war alone. And I hated you for it. And so...
I know. What I did was unforgivable, and I don't have a right to be with you and Noel. I'll leave this place for good and all.
No. Listen to the end, will you? What I want to say is I can't give you a definitive answer right this moment, but I'm willing to give us another chance. If you're still the man I once knew, then perhaps you can work through this problem together, like you've worked through others. If this is enough for you for now, then you're welcome at our new home.
It is. It's more than I could ever ask for. Thank you, Ordain.
Thank you again, my lady, for instilling me the courage to take the first step. Forgiveness won't come overnight, and we still have a long journey ahead of us. But if we have faith in one another, I'm confident that we'll find happiness again.
If you can spare another moment, would you accompany me to find Lord Frenzel? I wish to thank you and him both for the second chance I have with my loved ones.
After I returned with the herbs, Frenzel told me to hold the fort with him. Where's this fort?
There you are, Desiree. Fonquini has told me all.
I'm glad for you, my friend. Your honest feelings have reached the hearts of the people, your family included.
Yes, my lord. I've been given a second chance with my family, and I owe it all to you and Mistress Desiree. It's hard enough to express my gratitude, but I made something for you as well. Won't you do me the honor of trying it on?
Well now, this is hardly necessary, but I shall humbly accept it. A moment, if you would. Tis a perfect fit and a dashing design besides. My thanks for this fine gift. And where's my gift? Without me, Masalam would be stammering and sulking out in the snow somewhere. And let's not forget the herbs as well. Indeed, little one, for rendering aid to a citizen of Ishgard, you are deserving of recognition. Until now, dragons have been permitted entry to the Holy See only on special occasions. But if you wish it, in my authority as the Overseer, I shall arrange it so that you may freely come and go from the Firmament. Would that suffice by way of a gift? Oh, I could live with that. I've always wanted to observe how men live. Now then, I must be returning to my duties, but if there's any further trouble, do not hesitate to call upon me.
Last but not least, allow me to thank you too. If it weren't for you, I likely would have been executed as a heretic. And worse than that, I would have remained estranged from my family. Please accept this as a small token of my undying gratitude. I pray that it serves you well on your adventures.
Stomp, 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 stomp. Food! Second chances. If songs had wings. Ah, Hero, you've come at a good time. I have a query for you. Okay. As you know, I'm descended from Mother Tosca, and like her, I wish to fill the skies with beauteous songs. If I'm to do this, I must know historical events as if I've lived them. To that end, I would meet the great person who put an end to the Dragon Song War. Do you know where I might find this individual? That would be me. What? You are that great person? All this time I thought Hero was your name. In any case, this makes things simpler. I want you to show me the key place where the war unfolded and tell me tales about them. Yes, you worry, I have Francis' permission to go to the city proper so long as I have company. So without further ado, let's begin with a visit to the vault. Doom, doom, doom. So this is a vault where the most wicked of men once resided. Bidofnia told us of a time she rescued a child who was thrown off a top. Doubtless these walls have witnessed much and more, but what about you? Do you have tales of your own about this place? I lost a dear friend here. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Long as we dragons live, we form the strongest of bonds with others, but by the same token it makes us feel the pain of loss very keenly. Yet while some would fall into despair, you made the loss your strength and forged on. Yes, as befits a hero. Right, that will do for a vault. Next let us head to the place called Falcon's Nest. I would see this famous relief betokening peace between man and dragon. So, the dragon wishes to learn about Ishgard. So, that's the relief. I've seen the artwork of men before, but I find it such a peculiar way to express one's feeling. Still, you can't be faulted for your ancestry. Grinders looks, the scent of sadness clings to it. The scent of blood. Bedovnius and others. Whenever there's tragedy, our hearts can't help but be drawn to it. In this it seems our kinds are the same. Now then. Have you noticed that we are being followed? I know not this person's intent, but let us return to the firmament for now.
Run away!
No more suspicious people about. Good. My thanks for acting as my guide. I feel as though I have a better understanding of the war now. Of course, this is just the beginning. If my songs are to be as resplendent as Ratatoska's, I must learn more about men and their culture.
I would be glad to assist if it pleases you.
That scent. You're one who was following us. If me as harm, be warned that this woman is a hero.
Oh no. I wouldn't imagine doing you ill. My name is Hotilong. Ever since I read Lord Edmund's memoirs, I've wanted to befriend the dragon. But I didn't have the slightest inkling how to go about it. So when I saw you with the savior of Ishgard on the spur of a moment, I decided to follow. You see, it's my dream to become a writer. Not just any writer, but one who chronicles this new age of peace between man and dragon, so please, won't you allow me to assist you?
Well now, how very commendable. I wholeheartedly approve of your endeavor, and I see no reason to refuse. Yes, we can teach each other the ways of our kind. And if you prove yourself useful, I shall credit you my songs.
Thank you.
An unexpected but welcome development. I shall remain here and speak further with our new friend, but I hope to hear more of your tales again.
Okay, but I end this here, and next time we continue with further going through the Firmament, but not with L2. Because I think this unlocks now a custom deliveries quest for L2, exactly. Okay, until next time then, I'm Mace, and don't get lost.